Hello, sir. I have analyzed Vani's chart to the best of my ability and tried to time her second marriage. I will walk you through the steps that I followed and explain the reasoning behind the analysis. If you have any questions, please ping me or leave a comment in the comment section. I'll try to answer them. Okay, this is the data that you gave me. November 29, 1987, Hyderabad. 12:32 a.m. I did not consider the other time that was mentioned in the written chart. I considered the local time 0:32 that you gave me itself, and then tried to verify the time of birth using different vargas. I kind of felt confident that what the chart that we have is right, so I went ahead with that. Since the question is about marriage, I have the primary focus is on Navamsha. First thing I did was check how close the Lagna is to the sign border. Because when we have the data right, then analysis becomes straightforward and simple. That is the only reason I had to ask you so many questions. The thing is that if she was born 2 minutes 35 seconds later, then the Navamsha Lagna would have been Libra. By the way, I'm using Pushyapaksha Ayanamsha and not Lahiri Ayanamsha. As you already know, I devotedly follow PVR Sir's classes and his teachings, and uh, and he recommends using Pushyapaksha Ayanamsha because that's more accurate than Lahiri Ayanamsha. So you will see differences in the Vargas, the Navamsha chart in the written chart and the one that is displayed on the screen. Okay, the very first thing that is problematic in this chart is that the Lagna and 7th house in Navamsha is afflicted by nodes. Even though in Bhava chart, we do see that Rahu and Ketu have moved to the 12th house and 6th house respectively. We can, well, but one other thing that is evident here is 7th Lord Jupiter is actually in the 6th house of um, fights. In Navamsha, 6th house is fights, right? So Jupiter in Rashi in Navamsha chart, he seems to be positive in the 7th house, but he's actually in the 6th house of fights, and the 6th Lord Saturn is in the 7th house. So this whole combination is very problematic. And the 8th Lord Mars is exalted. So this this is this chart, this Navamsha chart is a kind of divorce chart if the dashas of those planets run during the time of the divorce. I mean, after marriage, if the dashas of these planets come after marriage, then it is problematic. Now, let us see what dasha was she running during marriage and a couple of years after marriage. Now, in order, uh, yeah, before that, we have to verify whether Virgo Lagna is correct or whether should it have been uh, Libra Lagna. Mm, the thing that I mentioned previously, the divorce combination, that is seen only when there is Virgo Lagna. Suppose Lagna was Libra, then 7th Lord Mars is strongly posited here. He is exalted, and there is no influence of 6th Lord Jupiter or the 8th Lord Jupiter in for the 7th house or 7th Lord. So this is one confirmation that she was born in Virgo Lagna. The next thing that I asked you was about her sister. Okay, so I went to Drekana here and checked what is the leeway I have. It's 2 minutes 35 seconds late. So if she was born 2 minutes 35 seconds later, then the Drekana Lagna would have been the next sign. I did not verify, I did not ask you for her profession because let me quickly show you that as well. And see here. In Dashamsha, the Lagna is not in a border, it is in the middle of the sign. So even if the birth time was 2 minutes 35 seconds later, as seen in Navamsha, even then there wouldn't have been any change in the Shamsha. That is why I did not ask you any details regarding the profession in order to verify the chart. I kept on looking at different divisional charts. I got this Drekana. That is the Drekana Lagna border and Navamsha Lagna border are the same. So I asked about your daughter-in-law. Now your daughter-in-law is Vani's younger sister. Younger sister is the third house. And if the Drekana Lagna is an even sign, third house is counted reverse. Okay. So your daughter-in-law will be seen from 1, 2, 3. Now Taurus is an even sign, so you count backward 1, 2, 3, and the Lagna Lord is Jupiter. Okay, Lagna Lord is Jupiter. So your daughter-in-law will be seen from this house, this sign, that is Capricorn. Um, I asked you the question, how is your daughter-in-law like? Is she Jupiter-like or is she Sun-like, right? So you confirmed that she is very religious and pious. So I went ahead and made a conclusion that this Drekan is right, and therefore this Navamsha Lagna is right as well. The third question that I asked was about her ex-husband. Let me open Suhas's chart. Now this is Suhas's chart. Now Suhas will be seen from 7th house in Navamsha. Okay, so Lagna is her, and 7th house in Navamsha is her first husband. Now in let me open the Bhava chart as well here. So you see, what you see here is mm, the Lagna has Saturn. When there is Saturn in Lagna, the person is somewhat cold and emotionless. He does not, he does not feel the emotions of others. That kind of personality is seen in a person with Saturn in Lagna. Okay. And second thing is that if this is the Lagna, then second house is aspected by Mars. So Mars, second house Lord is Mars and aspected by Mars, which means that he has a fiery speech. I asked you the question, right? Whether her ex-husband was Mars-like or Jupiter-like. So you mentioned that he was very rough and very fierce in his words. He was very harsh in his words. And so these two things were confirmed by you. And the third thing, what was his profession? If this becomes the first husband's lagna, then the 10th house will be Sagittarius. Sagittarius is again Jupiter's house, and Jupiter gives professions like banking, finance. So that is the third verification I did regarding the Navamsha chart. Now let us compare the actual chart itself. When you see somebody's Navamsha and try to judge the spouse from the Navamsha, there are actual planetary combinations that will match between the two charts. See, in this case, now Jupiter um, sorry, the Pisces. Pisces with Jupiter is the Lagna. So Jupiter is strong as per Vani's Navamsha. Okay. And see here, Jupiter is strong here as well because Jupiter is in Parivartana with Rahu. Rahu is the co-lord of Aquarius and Jupiter is sitting in Rahu's house and Rahu is sitting in Jupiter's house. So Rahu is actually acting as Jupiter. So Jupiter is strong here. That's one thing. And what else is seen is, I forgot, let me quickly check. Okay, Lagna or Venus second. See, I said that he could be emotionless in his words, in his behavior. See here, in second house there is Saturn, so there is that cold attitude in his speech as well. And now, I did a cross verification whether Suhas's Navamsha shows Vani. Okay, now this is Suhas's Navamsha chart. This one, follow my cursor. and Vani will be seen from Leo. Okay, Leo will be Vani's Lagna, and see here, that is actually her Lagna. It matches even in his Navamsha as well as her Rashi chart. And Lagna Lord Sun, Lagna Lord, uh, yeah, Lagna Lord Sun. One second, okay. I'm trying to recall something. Um, yeah, and what else? What other combination here? I, okay, that's the only thing that I remember right now. There was one more matching combination between his Navamsha and her Rashi chart. Uh, if I remember, I will text you or will inform you later on. Okay, I happen to remember what I forgot. Let me open Suhas's chart once again. As per Suhas's Navamsha, um, now, Vani's Lagna is influenced by Mercury. When you go back to her Rashi chart, you see that her Lagna Lord is in Budhaditya Yoga with Mercury. So that is one other confirmation that the birth time is accurate. Now, let us see the dashas when she got married and when she got divorced. She got married in Rahu Mahadasha and Rahu Antardasha. I'm using the Vimshot. This is the most applicable dasha in her case. And I'm using compressed Vimshottari dasha of D9. So I go to options and click Navamsha. That gives me a focused Vimshottari dasha for D9, particularly D9. So she got married in Rahu Rahu. Rahu is posited in, uh, Rahu is influencing the Lagna and the 7th house. So Rahu can give marriage. And Rahu Antardasha also can give marriage because he is aspecting Upapada Lagna Lord. Here, actually, Upapada Lagna is in Capricorn and not in Lagna, as you see here. There is a newer research that Sir did, and he has refined the calculations for Arudhas. And as per that calculation, which I will share with you later, Upapada Lagna is in Capricorn and the lord of that is Saturn, and Rahu is aspecting Saturn. So Rahu Mahadasha, Rahu Antardasha certainly makes sense. Now let us look at the annual charts for 2010 and see if there were any auspicious combinations involving seventh house or seventh lord. So she was born in November and she got married in December. So we look at 2010 chart. In 2010, Lagna Lord, uh, sorry, 7th Lord Venus is in Lagna. So Venus can get marriage, but he is in conjunction with 8th Lord Mercury. That is the reason I asked you whether there was any obstacle or any hindrances, any difficulty that was faced during the marriage. One other reason why I asked was in the ninth house of Bhagya or rituals, there are three planets Saturn, Jupiter, and Rahu, where Jupiter is not friendly with Rahu or Saturn at all, and there is a Guru Chandala Yoga. So I was kind of thinking whether there was any Vigna kind of thing during the ritual, actual marriage ritual. Uh, I didn't ask you in particular, but I felt there would have been there could have been some tension or some something during the marriage. But this is also, even though it's not a great conjunction, it is a conjunction between fourth lord Saturn and fifth lord. So it is a Raja Yoga in ninth house, uh, and both fourth lords are posited in ninth house. So marriage is a possibility. Then I went and checked Tajaka. I think I did not get any clear answer with that. Let me quickly check. Lagna Lord Jupiter is in Guru Chandala Yoga in the 8th house along with Saturn, which is not a good combo. There is no clear indication in Tajaka for marriage, but certainly in Tithi Pravesha chart there is a clear indication that marriage would have happened in 2010. You mentioned that she got divorced in 2024. So we look at 2023 chart. Uh, this is 2023 for Tithi Pravesha. Okay. Even before doing that, let's see the natal dasha. Okay. In natal dasha, she's still running Rahu Mahadasha, and she got divorced in Sun Antardasha. Now, Sun is the 12th lord of losses, so she got um, divorced in Sun Antardasha, and Sun is aspecting A6. A6 is actually here through Graha aspect, and A8. A6 is the tangible manifestation of fights, and A8 is the tangible manifestation of breakage of marriage. Sun aspects both. A8 is here and A6 is here. Sun is aspecting A8 through Rashi Drishti, and Sun is aspecting A6 through Graha Drishti. So Sun could have certainly given the divorce. Then I went to Tithi Pravesha and saw whether there were any indications of divorce here. See, the eighth house is afflicted by Mars, and the sixth Lord Mercury is sitting in line. Huh? That is an indication. But actually, Venus, being the Yoga Karaka for this chart, is sitting in the seventh house. I do not know why still the divorce happened. Maybe it could have been because Mercury, the sixth lord, is sitting in Lagna. To be honest, I do not know how to judge this divorce using this Tithi Pravesha chart. These are the observations that I did. And then I went to Tajaka. Okay, in Tajaka, okay, in Tajaka there is an indication. Now, seventh Lord Saturn is in 12th from itself. It is in the sixth house in the inimical sign. And let's see how Lagna Lord is. Lagna Lord Moon is in neutral's house along with uh, two enemies. So the Lagna Lord is also not very comfortable here. So these are the two indications that I saw uh, in the Tajaka chart. So basically, in the annual chart, I still have to learn how to judge, how to identify the possibility of divorce. But these are the observations that I did. Certainly, this seventh lord and eighth lord Saturn going to sixth house is not a good indication. Now coming to future prediction. The next Antardasha she will be running is Moon Antardasha. And that is, sorry. Go back to natal. So now she's running Rahu, and Sun is almost getting over, and then she will go enter into Moon Antardasha. In Moon Antardasha runs until 2026. Let's see how Moon is. Moon is an exalted 11th lord of gains, so it is a good planet for her. And Rahu has given her marriage previously, so Rahu can still give her marriage during Moon Antardasha. Now, let us see the annual charts during these periods. So, annual chart of 2024, annual chart of 2025, these 2 years during this periods. Uh, 2024. Now, the Hora Lord is very important in Tithi Pravesha chart because he is the one who makes things happen. Mars is the Hora Lord, and Mars is aspecting the Navamsha Lagna, and he is the Navamsha Lagna Lord itself. So Lagna is strong, but one thing is Lagna is being afflicted by nodes. Oh, not really. It could have moved. It's in the second house. Never mind. And how is the seventh lord? Seventh lord Venus is in his own sign. He is in Taurus, and he is in conjunction with the fifth lord Sun. So it is seventh lord, fifth lord conjunction in the second house. A good conjunction. Let's see the friendship. Venus. Okay, Venus and Sun are not friends. They are bitter enemies here. And let's see the degree of conjunction. Venus is at 13 and Sun is at 50. Very close conjunction, even though they are even though they are Trine and Kendra Lord sitting together in second house, because of their relationship, the I wouldn't say that the uh, result would come as easily as it would if the two planets were friends. Looking at this annual Tithi Pravesha chart, the, uh, there could be a chance this starting the year from 2024 till the next year 2025. Let's see Tajika as well. Tajika 2024. Saturn is in the ninth house along with the 12th and the third lord. And Lagna Lord Moon is debilitated, but he is in conjunction with Venus. So, what I thought was maybe she will enter into a relationship uh, during this year, but it might not actually materialize into an actual marriage within this year. It could happen next year because I see clearer combinations in the next year's annual chart. Let me show you. So 2025, find the Tajaka chart. See here, in the Lagna there is a beautiful conjunction of 7th Lord Saturn and 9th Lord Jupiter. So 9th Lord Jupiter is the one who brings in the actual ritual, right? And he is conjoining the 7th Lord in Lagna, and Lagna Lord Moon is in the 6th house. So there could be some some effort that is needed to materialize that marriage, but it I have a feeling that it will happen post this time or around this time, like November 2025 or so. Let us see their friendship. Jupiter, Saturn is enemy, and Saturn, Jupiter is enemy. So both are enemies, and let us see the um, degree of conjunction 14 and 18. They are very closely conjoined, and since the Lagna Lord is in 6th house, I have a feeling that effort is required from both the both sides, both the boy side and girl side, or there might be some kind of tension during this second marriage as well. And let us see the Tithi Pravesha chart 2025. Tithi Pravesha was there. Again, this year too, um, it is afflicted by nodes. Um, and seventh Lord Venus. Venus is in the fifth house, and he is aspected by there is a Samasaptaka between Lagna Lord Mars and seventh Lord Venus. So this is also a Raja Yoga with the seventh Lord and Jupiter. Let us see how Jupiter is placed because Jupiter is the Hora Lord. 7, 8, 9. Ninth Lord Jupiter is the Hora Lord. So he might bring in uh, this auspicious thing called marriage into her life once again. Why I mentioned that she could enter into a relationship in the coming year after November 24, and then get into marriage is that I saw an indication of love marriage in her case, but she did not. But you mentioned that her first marriage was arranged marriage, right? The combination is either in Rashi chart or in Navamsha. More in Navamsha, if you see a connection between Venus, fifth house or fifth lord, along with Darapada, then there is a strong possibility of love marriage. And also, the Lagna has Rahu Ketu, right? So that is also an indication. Let us see the first condition. A7 is actually in Sagittarius, and Lord of A7 Jupiter is with fifth lord and is aspected by Venus through Rashi aspect. So there is this combination. The three are connected in her Navamsha. So at some point in her life, I don't know if it has already happened before the first marriage or it might happen now. but there is an indication of love marriage in her chart. Let us see if that indication is there in Rashi chart as well. A7 is here, Venus is aspecting A7, and the fifth Venus is posited in the fifth house itself. So it is so clearly seen in both Rashi and Navamsha chart. So I have a feeling that if she if she likes someone, then she should go forward with it. Maybe that will materialize into a marriage by itself. Uh, but there is an indication in her chart. Although astrology is not a definite science, right? Definitive science. It is only a probabilistic science. It, there is an indication. So if God wills, she might get married again to someone whom she loves, and that could happen within the next 2 years. I have not seen post that time. I mean, I have not seen after Moon Antardasha because that is too far ahead. Uh, and Let's see. I have a feeling that she might get married in Moon Antardasha itself. And Mars is also Mars is not a very good planet in her Navamsha chart. He is exalted third and eighth lord um, in fifth house. So if it's very good and it's better for her if they put all their efforts within this period itself. Um, I'm open to all sorts of questions. There will be things that you might not have understood because this is not in alignment to the classes that we undergo. Uh, this is no sorry. This is not in alignment with the classes that we undergo in this one BVB. So if you have any questions, please ping me. Thank you. Oh.